What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you are able to hear my speech. I am in the basement of my hotel car park. It's been raining for the past 2 days. I can't really find a good place to shoot this particular video, but I just wanted to share with you the term underbone, what underbones are, and give you two examples of the quintessential underbone motorcycle and how they differ from scooters. Because I feel like a lot of Europeans, especially Americans, and a few Europeans, they don't understand what an underbone is, even though a scooter like a Vespa and underbone like a Honda Super Cup are fundamentally very different designs in an engineering sense. So this is just a little primer as to explain what a underbone actually is. Now, over here I have one example. This is a CT125 Honda Hunter Cup. And then when we go walk over here, ignore my messy belongings. This is the Honda C125 Super Cup. This is the quintessential underbone, and it was pretty much this bike that popularized and as well as set the standard of what an underbone actually is. Now, it's a bit hard to show you what makes an underbone with a C125 because there's a lot of this plastic panels covering up, even though this is pretty much the origin of what underbones are. So I'm going to bring you back over to the Hunter Cup over here. Now, the Hunter Cup is a very good bike for illustrating what a underbone actually is. The most important part of a underbone is the fact that it has a relatively step-through frame. So if you can see it, a regular motorcycle will have the frame going through where the seat is, straight through to the steerer tube. That would be how a traditional motorcycle would be formatted. An underbone, like the Hunter Cup over here, would have the frame curve downwards in a single solid, not really a single solid, but it would be a typical two-piece tube. Okay, so there's one at the top and then there will be one below. But for modern bikes like this, it generally uses the engine as a stress member and a cradle. So if you were to see a typical motorcycle with a step-through frame, relatively step-through frame like this, with no floorboards here, like you would find on a Vespa or PCX, which are classified as scooters, is most likely an underbone. Another defining part of what makes an underbone is the fact that the engine is centrally mounted. A scooter will have the engine mounted directly to where the rear wheel is. Okay, so it tends to be a direct drive or a belt driven system, but for most underbones they are a centrally mounted engine, and you can see the chain over here, and the engine will drive the rear wheel with a regular chain, just like a normal motorcycle would. The last thing that generally identifies an underbone as an underbone is the presence of foot pegs. Okay, so the difference between a scooter and an underbone is the fact that underbones will always have foot pegs, scooters will have floorboards. Okay, and that is pretty much the three things that separate an underbone from a scooter. So here is how I would probably make a huge juxtaposition. Over here, this is what a real scooter would look like. Look at the engine, it's there, mounted at the back, and it's directly mounted to and directly driving the rear wheel. There are floorboards, no foot pegs. Of course, there is still a step-through frame, just like you would find on an underbone, but the presence of the floorboards is what differentiates these two bikes against each other. And of course, the step-through frame is what separates an underbone from a regular motorcycle. If you found this video very informative and short enough to easily digest this very simple point as to what an underbone is, do remember give me a like and thumbs up down below. Of course, if you'd like to subscribe for more videos like this, do give me your support, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye bye.